Hi, I just wanted to go over the mollusk biology assignment here. Again, this one should be pretty straightforward. Learning intention, we're learning about specific structures on organisms' bodies to show how they help them survive in their environment. So, again, we're looking at form and function. How does a specific shape on a specific type of mollusk help them out? Success criteria, I'll be successful when I can highlight the digestive tract and foot of different examples of mollusks, and I can describe the body parts and processes different mollusks use for feeding and locomotion. So you'll have diagrams for three different groups of mollusks. You've got a bivalve, you've got a squid for a cephalopod, and then you've got a snail here for a gastropod. And with each one of them, there is a label here, the A, D, P, and V. You'll probably remember these types of abbreviations when we start talking about directional terminology. So, again, anterior, posterior, dorsal, ventral. Again, just kind of helps you orient around the body of these animals. That's not so much important as when we're looking at the digestive tract and the foot of each one of these. So, we're going to highlight the digestive system in red, the foot in yellow. And again, you can do this either on a paper copy where you just, highlight it with a marker or a highlighter. Or if you decide to do it on a digital copy, just make sure you use a program where you can digitally draw in the color that you're looking for. And then you'll also answer the questions that follow about feeding and locomotion. Again, there will be a link to the class slideshow that has the background info related to this. So again, you can look through the slides on this one to kind of get a little bit more insight about those particular systems in each one of them, the digestive system, the foot, how they feed, how they move around. So again, you'll have the first prompt, which is just to color in the digestive system and the foot. The digestive system is always labeled G. So again, like you can see here on the bivalve, the G is fairly tiny, but again, it's this whole system here. So again, this is the excurrent siphon. So this is the end of the intestinal tract. This would be equivalent to the stomach here. It's the digestive area. And this would be next to like the labial palps. Whenever we do our dissection of the muscle, you'll notice two little filaments that kind of go on either side of that. But this is basically the mouth of the animal that is kind of there past the gills. So again, that's all of the digestive tract. You'd highlight that in red. And then the foot is labeled F, and you'll highlight that in yellow. So again, very small F on this one. But right there, that little projection sticking out, that is the foot, which again will help it with locomotion. So, that's the part that you're coloring in. So then there are follow-up questions about each one, basically related to their feeding process and their locomotion. For bivalves, it's how do bivalves generally feed? Again, there's a method that almost all of them use. And what type of locomotion do they typically use their foot for? Again, we want the most common type of locomotion in this case. There are some interesting exceptions, but we want the most common one. For the cephalopods, I want to know what are the structures cephalopods use to grab their prey specifically, and what is the structure cephalopods use to tear or break open their prey? After they've gotten a hold of it, how do they break it into smaller pieces if it's something with a really tough shell, which they tend to specialize in? And then cephalopods do not really use their foot for fast movement. What part of their body do they use to move quickly with jet propulsion? So again, I'm looking for a specific body part that's indicated on them. And then finally, here for our gastropod, what is the specialized part of the mouth that gastropods use to scrape food into their mouths? Again, this is a structure that almost all mollusks have, but gastropods in particular make very good use of it. And 10, how does a gastropod's foot help them move? Again, think about physical features and secretions on the foot. Basically, how do they go through their locomotion? So again, that's it. It's pretty straightforward. We just want to be able to review the information we've covered so far about how they feed and how they move around. So this just gives you a chance to demonstrate that knowledge. And again, if you're not sure, just look back through the linked information there in the class slideshow to help you finish this one.